Hi, welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about Healthier Choices Management, ticker is Hcmc. So I want to start by going over a general overview of Hcmc, its data points and things like that, everything that an investor needs to know. Then I do want to talk on one thing that Hcmc definitely needs to do for the future and especially for its long-term health. At the end, I'll do a little bit of technical analysis and see what the indicators are saying. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash the thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel significantly. For those that are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto, I do it all. So definitely subscribe. Also take a look at my Discord, link in the description below. It's a free chat that brings individuals together with the common theme of investing, making money, all that fun stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's what we invest, right? We invest in Hcmc to make money and have fun. So definitely join Discord. It's a good place to be. But with all that said, let's get right into it. So like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of technical analysis near the end of the video. I do want to start off by going over what Hcmc is currently sitting at as of right now. So right now it is at 0005. As far as volume, 707 million shares being traded, whereas the average is 552. So in that regard, we are doing fairly well, but as far as on a day-to-day basis, our volume is down significantly. A couple things as well that I do want to address. Shorts. So the fact is, looking at the short interest on Hcmc, right now it is at 15.98. So all-time lows for the most part. And what is happening? Why is the short interest going down, but yet the price is stagnant? I do want to show you this. This is on my broker. It shows the bids and the asks. So as of right now, it shows the 0005, 0006. Right now, and it shows 33 million as far as on the bid and 26 on the ask. Again, there is 3 zeros behind that, just unfortunately with TD it does neglect those. So obviously it's pretty significant, so 33 billion and 26 billion respectively. That definitely has changed quite a lot. For the most part, it did look like we were going to continue and break past the 0006 and stay that way. It is starting to look like the tides are turning, and especially considering shorts are it looks like they're just playing a game, and unfortunately shorts have been the only ones to make money for quite some time in Hcmc, unless you are flipping it between the 0005 and 0006. But again, it's one of those things. But with that said, I do want to show you some institutions and hedge funds are physically owning Hcmc. The most recent was Lighthouse that did liquidate their position. One thing that in my opinion is going to be a very strong catalyst is this. FineMark with 231 million shares, and that was disclosed on August the 13th, and even with that they reduced their position by 46%. That in my opinion is going to be a very big catalyst. Obviously, argument's sake, it could be between the second week of November when they do disclose their 13F. If they actually do increase their position, that will be a massive catalyst, causing a huge surge of new retail blood to get physically in. For argument's sake, if they do reduce their position, then that would cause a little bit more downward pressure in Hcmc. So with all that said, you can definitely see we have been barcoding. Nobody knows where it's going to go. Nobody knows when the judge is going to respond. It was the assumption that it was going to be fairly fast, but unfortunately, I guess the judge had other concerns that were more pressing, or maybe he is stuck on this lawsuit and just doesn't know what to do or where to go, whether he wants to accept Hcmc's case at all. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. But overall, this is a good summary of exactly what is happening with Hcmc. And one thing I do want to discuss before I get into some technical analysis is Hcmc. So obviously we all know and love Hcmc and what they actually do, as far as they have the Q-Cup, vape store, and vitamin store, and obviously the markets and the stores, things like that, and then the intellectual properties. But are they all profitable? And I've touched on this a couple other videos as far as the overall settlement and what Hcmc is actually worth. So I have looked at a lot of their quarterly results, and it comes down to the fact that their market component is lagging Hcmc down considerably. Vitamin Store is kind of still establishing themselves. Obviously, they just relaunched it, so that definitely can grow. The Vape Store and the Q-Cup are by far the most beneficial and the most profitable, I should say. But when it comes to the markets, that is one thing that's dragging Hcmc down considerably. So, for argument's sake, one thing that they should definitely humor is selling the market. And I know a couple of individuals have left comments in the below that they have physically joined the stores or looked at the stores, they like it and things like that. But from a cost basis standpoint, would it not be beneficial to sell that? So again, this is one thing that I want to put out there, whether Hcmc actually listens to it or what you guys think about that, because it comes down to the fact that we don't want further dilution. As investors, we don't want any more in the future. And as far as what their reports have shown, they have sufficient cash for at least 1 year, obviously give or take about 3 months. At that stage, especially if the lawsuit hasn't concluded yet and there's not a massive settlement for HCMC, then what are they going to do? They don't want to dilute. That's just going to kill investor confidence so much more. So in my opinion, how I think HCMC needs to do it to survive and to kind of grow the investor confidence and things like that is to sell their Healthier Choices markets component. It would definitely reduce their, as far as reports, their losses by at least 1.2 million every quarter, and that would be fairly significant. And especially for the last little bit, they have been attributing a lot of their losses to COVID. So not only is that whole sector suffering because of COVID still, even prior to that, it was losing money. At the end of the day, this is just how I see that. One thing that definitely I think a lot of investors like about HCMC is that they're always innovating, trying to find new sources of revenue, but they definitely need to, instead of thinking so much about revenue, they should consider about some of their actual open businesses that they have that are taking a loss and what they need to do about that. But with all that said, I just want to show you as far as the actual chart. Right now, we're well below the moving averages, so I'm not going to really discuss that. Same with Bollinger Bands. But one thing I do want to show you is very strong resistance came because the 50-day moving average did move from 0007 to 0006. So again, that's just a little bit more short-term pain for investors. As far as momentum, a nice little bump going on here, so shows number of buyers are definitely increasing. As of right now, still static. There is a little bit of a deviation, so the red line is ahead of the black line, showing that the unfortunately downtrend is a little bit bearish, which again matches with a lot of the things as far as volume, shorts, the institutions getting out, everything is kind of hinting towards a little bit more of a downtrend. So if it does physically barcode between 0004 and 5 coming up, who knows? Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Overall, looking at this, everything is pretty much stagnant. We are at a standstill unless some catalyst comes forward, or technically if they issue and say that they are going to be selling the component of Healthy Choices markets, then that could be a very strong catalyst in my opinion to push it past the moving averages and again just get it out of the slump it's on, and that's all it needs to do. But at the end of the day, let me know what you've been doing with HCMC in the comments below, and whether you are buying, selling, holding, whatever it might be, let me know. If you haven't already, definitely smash the thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. I greatly appreciate that. But with all that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on HCMC.